one knock on to Trulex. It's just Chicho standing between them at this point. And Peter Pan finds his third victory royale on the day, but most importantly of all, a global championship.
The undisputed 2024 champion, Foyo, Peter Pan, taking home in the only way they know how, and that is with a victory royale. Congratulations.
Fortnite ruined my life. A game that I used to play for 7 hours every single day without fail is a game that I no longer find interest in playing. I used to play Fortnite not only as a form of entertainment, but as a future career path. I thought I could be like the pros, but now I realize all I saw was a delusion. I realized that all of the time I put into Fortnite was for nothing. Not a single penny, no fame, no notoriety. I've played Fortnite for a total of 6,275 hours, which might not seem like a lot, but that's only on my PC. So, how did it come to this? Well, I've been playing Fortnite since Chapter 1 Season 4 on my iPad. Chapter 1 Season 4 released on May 1st, 2018, and oh my god, what a season.
He's hacking, take him serious, he's hacking. Tim, you gotta shoot him. He can't build, man, don't.
We beat the hacker, boys! Come here, ball!
I told you. What did I tell you?
The second I touched the game, I was hooked. I mean, what other game had building mechanics while being a battle royale? My 11-year-old self was in shock, and I instantly became addicted. The first thing I wanted to do was get a victory royale, since it was the goal of the game. I didn't know it would be so hard. From what I remember, it took me a couple days to even make top 5. But when I got that win, my heart was pumping with adrenaline and I've never been happier. From that day on, I wanted to get as many wins as possible. But yet every time I queued into a game, I died over and over again. When I was a kid, my parents gave me a screen time limit, so I wasn't able to try over and over again on Fortnite. Since I could only play on the weekends, it made my addiction grow even more. I played Fortnite every weekend and nothing else. It was an understatement to say that I was addicted to this game. What kept me hooked is that I saw myself getting better than my friends at the time, so that was all the motivation I needed. When Creative released in Season 7, that's when it really got out of hand. Fortnite was growing exponentially. Famous streamers were earning their titles, and the game was thriving. When Creative released, all I wanted to do was practice my building and editing on mobile. But since I was locked to screen time, I could never really practice. Fast forward a couple of years, I got a PC, the main reason being to play Fortnite. It wasn't a good PC, but at the time it could run Fortnite on a solid 120 FPS. At this time, I was still playing casually since I didn't even know tournaments were a thing. I just wanted to play for fun with my friends. It wasn't until Chapter 4 I started playing competitively, since that's when my parents stopped giving me super low screen time. I was still limited to weekends only, which made me irritated at the time. As the chapters pass and my motivation for the competitive scene grows, I start putting all of my free time into the game. I started playing scrims, I started competing in every tournament, and I even found a duo who was on the game just as much as me. Me and my duo started playing together almost every day for hours on end. We motivated each other and kept each other passionate for the game, albeit getting in arguments from time to time. At this time, all I would think was Fortnite. All that I would do was play Fortnite, and if I wasn't playing Fortnite, I was watching somebody else play in the hopes I could be like them. During this time was probably the most fun I was ever having in Fortnite. But as the seasons and chapters passed, Fortnite was starting to get dry with all the stale and broken content they were adding. It feels like they stopped caring for the competitive community in Chapter 6, with all the drawn out seasons made it feel like such a drag to play. So with me and my duo getting tired of the stale game, we eventually quit by the end of Chapter 6. I now realize that I spent the so-called best years of my life wasting away at a goal that was never achievable. No matter what me or my duo would do, we could never place high on the leaderboards. I could have spent all that time building social skills, work experience, and pursued relationships or even a future career, but I was delusional, futile. My whole world rotated around Fortnite. I remember watching specifically Peterbot. I mean, he was the best. At that time, I wanted to be just like him. No, I wanted to be him. But no matter how many countless hours I put into scrims or practice maps, it was never enough. One thing Fortnite has taught me is that there will always be someone who is better than you. No matter the time, the energy, or passion you put in, there will always be someone who is better than you. Knowing this would eat away at my mental health. I was tired, drained, but I kept playing in hopes that I could maybe, just maybe, make a breakthrough. It never came. You might be wondering, why didn't you just stop playing, or you can stop anytime? Which is true, but the more you put time into something, the harder it is to quit. And despite all the negatives, I loved that game. I definitely thought about putting it down for a good couple times, but seeing yourself get better and place higher on a tournament or a scrim ladder, proving to yourself that you are getting better, is what kept me motivated to push through, despite the direction Fortnite was headed. But as much as Fortnite hurt me, it helped me. It let me connect to people that I can call lifelong friends. Even though I was inside and had no friends, I was happy. So I want to both thank Fortnite and curse it for taking the most important years out of my life on a blindfold hope.